G'day trendsetters, and welcome to the hot and humid days of summer here in North Florida. Shooting this video late July, almost into August. It's so bloody humid, the vehicles under the car covers, well, they're probably rusting out from underneath. Today's ride is almost 100 kilometers, and most people who are sort of normal, they ride extra early. Some of the folks in this neck of the woods, they meet at 6:30. What the hell is up with that? We're sleeping in. In fact, it's almost 10 o'clock. But by riding later in the day, and I don't recommend this for everybody, we've become somewhat acclimated to the heat. I'm not saying this is something you should do. You're guaranteed to lose a ton of perspiration, let's say that. So it pays to be very well hydrated. In fact, I loaded up big time last night as usual. So I'm starting the ride feeling a little bit bloated. Enough banging on, let's get riding here. Hey LGC, what's inside your bottles today? One is extra huge, I'm noticing.
Extra huge bottle has vitamin water and a noon tab. And the smaller bottle has some lemonade and a noon tab.
Whereas my large bottle contains Scratch Labs mix, and my smaller bottle, regular plain tap water. I try to design my routes in such a manner that they pass through at least one or two towns, depending on where in the country I'm riding, therefore negating the need to carry a ton of gear on board. The bonuses are I get to visit a town, and I get to visit a convenience store or gas station, and you get to see the contents of the fridge and what garbage I'm consuming. But today's ride is likely to be about 4 hours in length. There is a decent amount of tree cover, but I avoid doing really hard efforts. This is basically a lovely tempo ride. I save the hard effort rides for those times I ride with my mates who enjoy beating me up. So fortunate to have access to these roads almost out the back door. It's a little bit cloudy today, which is definitely helping. Less sun exposure is better. I am positively glowing at the moment. I am wearing sunblock, but even so, bloody hell. Quick respite for a second. There is another rider ahead of us. The unmistakable tread pattern here in a bit of wet sand. Rhinoceros Gravel King SK, just like I'm riding today. Even though we're riding a pretty moderate tempo, the old heart rate is elevated as my body tries to keep me somewhat cool and everything's circulating appropriately. It doesn't help any that I'm a wee bit tired today, but the heart rate is noticeably elevated by about at least 10 to 15 beats per minute. So it would behoove you to sometimes wear a heart rate strap, or at least pay attention to your heart rate. This time of year in North Florida, at least, there is guaranteed afternoon thunderstorms, and we are on the edge, I think, or the verge of riding into one in just a few moments. The telltale signs are you'll notice the temperature drops all of a sudden. Then it's brace yourself for impact. It's looking very dodgy to my left and directly ahead. The temperature has officially dropped. Could be a bit moister than the humidity in the next couple of minutes. Vehicles driving in the opposite direction with their lights on is never a good sign. Hey LGC, even if it does rain, I can't speak for you, but I'm already moist, wringing wet from perspiration. How about yourself?
Same. I got rained on last week. It actually felt good, so.
Nice. Yeah, I see you're glowing. Excellent. Those observant folks may notice I wear a cycling cap. Well, pretty much all the time. Anyway, love my cycling caps. But beneath the helmet, it helps guide perspiration generally out of my eyes, so it drips off the bill or the peak of the cap. Hello again, trendsetters. We are rolling into the small town of Archer, Florida, and I'm pretty sure there is rain directly ahead of us and, well, obscured by the trees, but through the gaps in the trees, rain in that direction. We'll be consulting the weather app momentarily to see where the storms lie. Welcome to Archer, Florida. That's right, the concrete batch plant can f off. We definitely don't need a ton of heavy industry and excessive development ruining beautiful rural North Florida. As I ride through a small town, that is. Light rain has begun to fall, but it does feel pretty amazing. Taking a nice little respite here beneath the awning of the First Baptist Church of Archer, Florida. Thank you, First Baptist Church. We are of the opinion this could be a very quick rain shower. The sunshine is beginning to appear. LGC, that means only one thing. Conditions are going to become muggier than well, you know the rest of the line. Refer to House of Cards for hilarity. About to tap into today's nutrition and all goodness here. Although I'm weaning myself off of this substance, I'll freely admit. What is your nutritional product or substance of choice? Chime in. I'd love to hear from some of the trendsetters out there. Well, it's definitely a bit moist at the time of this video recording. Welcome to Archer proper. There be City Hall. In camera shot, the former Archer railway station. A real shame. All of the railway infrastructure was torn up in this area many years ago. What were these people thinking? Today's weather pattern is pretty unusual. Typically the rain showers come in the late afternoon. It is 11:45, so that guarantees there'll be copious rain showers during the rest of today and the ride, but it does bode well for survivability and me not cracking in the heat. Temperatures have dropped significantly. These mixed surface roads could be a bit Velcro like. Thankfully our drivetrains are protected by wax-based lube. Currently running Allied Cycle Works Scrax. Check out my review of that product, linked in the description below. But we have additional wax-based lube on board, just in case. Yeah, no worries, just go through nice and slow, the shallow side. Who knows how deep that water is. I've seen blokes on bicycles and in cars bottom out riding through these seemingly innocent puddles. This is one seriously knackered paved road. Right, roll trendsetters, the sun has begun to make its strength fully known following the rainstorm. That only means more steaminess, LGC.
Sauna time.
Sauna time indeed. In fact, who needs a paid sauna when you can ride around here for free? Absolutely love these tree-lined mixed surface roads here in north central Florida. We believe this is a Rhinoceros Beetle. I have a savage beast in my hand. There you go, mate. Good luck. Markedly cooler in the shade, and the cicadas are making their presence known. Welcome to Newberry, Florida, that unfortunately is being overrun by bull development. You developers. First bottle is empty, so it's time for some hydration at the Circle K here in Newberry. Check out the perspiration beading atop my skin. I bring LGC to the best places. LGC's got a favourite of Gravel Cyclist headquarters, Kickstart. Love that stuff. And a bit of the old agua. Sometimes we buy a gallon and donate the rest to science or over my head, depending on how hot it is. And I've got basically Coke with ice. I mean, sugar, fluid, and you know,
Caffeine.
ice. Yeah, sugar, fluid, and caffeine. What could possibly go wrong, right? We're going to give one of these a shot pretty soon. This is the Apidura Racing Hydration Vest. I'm not a huge fan of wearing packs and such on my back, but we'll give it a shot. Farewell, Circle K. We've got about 26 miles or 42-ish kilometres left to ride. This rain that came in earlier definitely helped with the temperatures. I need to consult my video vault. This used to be a farm field and there was a track that cut through it. Now it's just bull cookie cutter houses. We have returned to the serenity of the mixed surface roads on the outskirts of Newberry, Florida. Uh-oh, here we go. Oi! Hey! You sneaky little bastard! Today's route design is absolutely genius, if I say so myself, with this plentiful tree cover. LGC, we have gotten pretty lucky today with the weather. It's pretty overcast still. Yet another fantastic tree canopy road. Hello again, trendsetters. We're entering the edge of Suburbia here. From recollection, there isn't too many mixed surface roads left. I'm riding a sidewalk or footpath if you prefer at the moment. We've got less than 20 kilometers to ride and the heat index is rising. That lovely drop in temperature, well, it's gone bye-bye. Almost peak heat again, LGC. Taking the shaded bike path less travelled. There's another rainstorm nearby. We are really close to home, so all good. Oh, magnificent. We're arriving at the abode here just before 3 o'clock in the afternoon and just before the next bloody thunderstorm breaks out. It appears we narrowly missed a storm of incoming rain. Relaxing on the porch out front of the house, one of my favourite things to do post-ride, with a brewski and some Yum yum grub. One thing to consider, folks, if you live in an area or ride in an area that doesn't have a lot of tree cover, definitely keep your ride shorter. The lack of shade is a game changer. Alright, I think that is enough for today's bollocking on. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for what I hope was an interesting ride experience video. No bull gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, and my favourite, usually involving a dog chasing me or something like that. What the hell? Oi, what are you doing, grumpy poo-poo pants? Oh my God. Really? Ugh. You go home now, you little buggers. Get home. Go on there. You get home right now. You go home now. As all of it is released to the channel, I'll see you in the next video.